Hi, I'll be presenting my group's project. It's called Professor Research and Student Success. It's by Diego Piraquive, James Firpo, and Trevor Tierlink. So just a quick background. We'd heard many students on campus with a theory that because the University of Utah is such a research-heavy school, that many professors are mainly focused on doing research and not on teaching. Perhaps teaching is not even a secondary task, but maybe a tertiary task to some of our professors here. And so we wanted to see if that negatively affected students in any way. And so first we knew we needed to find all the grades of all the classes for all the teachers in the past few semesters. We did that through downloading CSVs from some place called the OBIA, the Office of Budget and Institutional Analysis. Next, we knew we needed to quantifiably show how much research a professor does. We were able to find something on Google Scholar profiles called the H-index, which is a variable that aims to show the reader how much research and the quality of research that any given scientist does. And so we were able to scrape that from a faculty webpage at mech.utah.edu, where they have a link to the Google Scholar profile in which we could then grab the H-index, and we were able to build a list of the H-index and the corresponding professor. So once we had that information, we began really trying to organize all of the data we had from the CSVs from the OBIA. So we were able to build the data frame which correlates the professors to their classes, their semester, and their H-index, or H-scores we call it often. And so once we had this, then we knew we wanted to run some correlations, but first we had to get an average grade per professor so that we can compare their average grade to their H-index. And so we did that by assigning an A as a 4, a B as a 3, a C as a 2, and so forth, and averaged the grades. So we had an average grade per professor. And so then we can correlate that to their H-index. And what we wanted to find was a negative correlation, meaning that as H-index increased, the average GPA went down. And so it was negative. However, it was only negative 34%, which maybe isn't quite as high as we wanted. We were hoping maybe something around 70 or 80 that could, prove that our theory was correct. But really, it's not that strong of evidence to support really our theory. Here's a model that we used to see if we could predict student scores based on the H-index of the professor. As you can see, it's not that accurate. So in conclusion, we found that student scores are not highly affected by the amount of research a professor does. Thank you very much.